Hey, what up, world? What's going on? This is your boy Sharwick, and we're right here at Live Wix. We want to thank you guys for tuning in for this very very special occasion on this evening. Um, this is a lady that I've always admired her work, her as a person. Not only that, well, she's married to my cousin, and I'm super excited about having Miss Evelyn Jones Reed on the show this evening. And we're going to tap into what she has going, what she got going on, what she's done, and just a little bit of everything. And I want y'all to sit back, relax, and enjoy this beautiful show. Miss Evelyn, how you doing today?
I am blessed. That's the only thing I can say about it. I am blessed.
I can say so much about your accomplishments, but I want you to brag a little bit about all that you've done, what you're doing. And I wanted to bring you on here because I want to hear you speak on all that's been going on with you, especially in the industry with, directing, plays, all the above, all the awards that you've won. I think 13, you said, right? And first we're gonna start. You got to tell us a little bit about you too. Then we're gonna get into the journey. Then we're gonna get into
All right, we're going to get into
this
it.
stage play testing. And I'm super excited right now. I'm a little nervous myself, so you probably hear it in my voice, or you see me just kind of shaking a little bit over here. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell the people who don't know you, or tell them a little bit about yourself right here in this
Okay, well, let's just jump into it.
camera.
I am Evelyn Jones Reed.
Yes.
I'm a gospel playwright, multi-award winning playwright.
Mm,
Not bragging or boasting, but I'm bragging on the goodness of Jesus.
I'm gonna tell it.
13.
Yeah,
13, baby.
13.
13.
Man.
God has been good.
Yes, yes, yes. And I know, I think I came aboard, 2008, 2009.
Right.
I think that's when my father and, what they got, brother husband, as they call him, my cousin, we were introduced, and my dad let me know that, yeah, this is your family. This is like your blood family. And ever since then, I've been around, and I've seen so much growth and so many stage plays. That's even before me, though. Um, but like I say, this just a little bit about yourself, man. For those who may not know you, can you tell us a little bit about this journey into your writing, producing, and directing?
Well, this journey has been a very rewarding journey.
Yes.
It's a blessing to put your thoughts on paper and
Mhm.
then to see cast members, actors bring your words to life.
Mhm.
It's and then to see the audience response to that, it's very rewarding. I've began this journey. I didn't try to begin this journey. Let's just say that the journey was given to me as a child. I think I've told you this story
Mhm.
before. Grew up in Arizona, predominantly a white community. I was probably maybe 8 Black people in my entire school, and I was one of the Black people. And I grew up in the early 60s and 70s. At 5 years old, I found myself brutally raped and left to
Mm.
die in a ditch.
Mhm.
I developed a speech problem, and I think that was probably by choice because I felt nobody heard me scream or cry, so why should I talk?
Mm.
So for an entire year, I didn't say anything. I could talk, I just wouldn't say anything. So I go back to the school part again because in my class there was 2 Black girls, me being one of them, and I think maybe 2 boys. Well, because I didn't talk, the white kids teased me and they said I was retarded because I wouldn't talk. So one of the teachers, this was her first year being a teacher. So she petitioned the school board. She said, there's nothing wrong with her. We just need to break through and find out what it is. And she didn't know my story. So she petitioned the school district and asked them to let me stay after school and she would tutor me. what she did was she gave me the love for theater,
Mm.
not knowing it at that time what theater was. She would make me act out what I wanted to say. And that's how the acting came. And she tricked me one. We did a play called Stone Soup. She had me to play a homeless person. And I thought she was the meanest person to make me be the homeless person because all the kids would laugh at me. They're already laughing at me because I don't talk. So I acted out what I wanted to do in the play. And the kids laughed. I laughed. And that was the first time I heard my voice laugh out loud in a whole year. And that's how that love for acting came.
Wow. Wow.
It came from a tragedy to
Wow.
triumph.
That's huge. That's huge. And we definitely heard you speak about that. And then, to me, it's just I sometimes find myself when I'm writing songs, I'm writing lyrics and stuff like that. It's like all these different things that could just give you your blessings.
Yep.
Wow.
Blessings come from the place you least expected.
Least expected. Oh my God, man. So you've been in the industry for quite some time. In telling those stories, and you just tell us a little bit about, you kind of answered that question I had ready for you. Telling your stories through stage plays, especially gospel theater, but you not only do gospel, you also do other type of stage plays too, right?
Correct.
So,
I do.
When you look back over some of your stage plays and what you've done, what moments stand out and the turning point for you when you said, okay, I know how to do this, I'm confident, I believe. When was that turning point? Because we all started, it's like, okay, when was that turning point?
I think the turning point was for me when I first got my, I think it's called the EIN number, your business number.
The business number, the EIN number.
That was my turning point because I've always done church plays. Nothing wrong with church plays. That was my start. That will still be my start.
Right,
Even
right.
to no matter how big or how low I get, that will still be it. But I think that independence of I can do this.
I can do this, right.
And I remember being on Lancaster. It was Albertsons then, I think it was. I can't remember the name of that store, but anyway, it's a church now. But I remember walking in the store. I went to Will Rogers, and it cost me $1,500, my first $1,500 to rent that building. Wow. I was so proud of myself. But from being in theater, because I took theater in college and stuff, you don't see the technical part as far as the financing part of it, of how all of that stuff. So I didn't know all of that. So I went down there and I signed my contract. As soon as I signed my contract, I went in that store, and this is how the devil try to give you fear. And it was like, you signed this contract. You don't know anything about getting lighting. You don't know anything about getting microphones, because she brought all of that up in my contract and I wasn't prepared for it.
Right.
So I was walking in the store, and I kid you not, I stopped right in the middle of walking in the store and said, God has not given me the spirit of fear. Mm-hmm. And from that point on, hey, it's been on and popping, as Maple said.
Maple always says on and popping.
It's on and popping.
You know about Maple. Woo, on and popping.
It was on and popping. You can do this. You got this. Yeah. And I stood flat foot and told the devil, I got this. Yes. And God always has a ram in the bush. And I tell you, anybody who's trying to do it, do it. That's all you're can do is just do it. Because I told God, when I stood right there on that floor, I said, God, I don't know, but you know. And the lady who helped my contract, she said, let me tell you what you need to do. And she just told me what I needed to do. And from that point on, I've been excited to give other people that are coming up. This is what you do. This is what you do. Share the information. This is what you do.
And definitely, we're going to actually get in there. I'm actually about to turn it now, because I definitely want to talk about Test It, and what is coming up on December the 21st. Right there at Great Commission.
Test It is my brand new play. It was inspired by the book of Job. Well, because in 2024, I lost 4 family members back to back. I had a nephew to pass. A month later, a first cousin. The same month my first cousin passed. My brother passed the end of the month, and my sister passed 4 days after. 2 weeks after that, well, actually it was 5. ex-sister-in-law died. So it was 5 people within, I'd say, 3 months past.
Mm.
So if it had not been nothing but the grace of God to keep my mind, because I had to bury 2 siblings within a week.
Ooh.
One of them lived with me. One of them we were expecting. The other one we wasn't. I came home from church and he was just dead. And I was his caretaker. So testing for me, it came out of, you have the enemy, which God tells you we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. But the good thing about testing is we also have a Savior who's pleading on our behalf.
Yes, yes.
Who goes to the Father on our behalf.
Yes.
So this play is to let people know if you're going through something, hang in there. Because joy does come in the morning.
Yes, yes, yes. It makes me think about this brand new single, and I got to let you hear the single that I have. It's called God is making things happen like it needs to happen. And it makes you, people think it's test, but he's making it happen.
He's making it
need to happen. And this title, Tested, it immediately just draws attention. And I see from the experience and what you've been through here, and how it shapes your own life and how it shaped your faith to continue to believe. How do you balance the demand of your creative, not just career, but your creative self with, with life and this walk?
Luckily for me, I'm blessed. I have a husband who's not demanding.
Mm-hmm.
My husband is very encouraging. He's my prayer partner. He is my encourager. So he lets me be me.
That should be.
I like to go in a room by myself with no one and just write and let the Lord speak to me. And he don't bother me. When the door is closed, where is she in there writing?
Hey,
brother husband.
I think I called him once, a couple of times. I talked to him on the phone. I think he was in there. He was in the back writing and doing some stuff. Like, no, man, I don't mess with her. No, she doing her thing, man. Man, I'm gonna sit back here and watch music football.
That's it.
But that's him, man. That's him, man.
And it's funny because sometimes he'll come in there, and when I'm really in something, and I just be looking at him. he'll get the little Baptist walk and tip on out. He know.
Boy, hey. Yeah, man. He knows. He knows.
He knows.
So has there ever been a time where, faith was challenged through your work or while producing that show?
Yes. We did a play called Creeps and Silly Women. We've done it a couple of times.
Right.
But this particular time, I forgot what happened, but the ticket sales had started off like it was going to be a sellout, and then they stopped. But then they picked back up. We're doing that time, like they say, the devil, he comes and he tries to make you waver. It's like, where are you going to get the money to pay for all these people? But when I tell you God came through at the last minute, folks was buying tickets like they was on crack. You get a paycheck. You get Won't he do it?
Yes,
when he won't it?
Yes, I know. Man, practice or routines help you stay grounded when life gets overwhelming.
God. That's all I can say. It's just God. That's it. Because, life hits you all the time, but you just have to know who you are and who you belong to. That's the only way I can tell you. You just have to know who you belong to and keep your faith rooted in him.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Writing. You talk about just the easiest thing. Well, sometimes it can be the difficult thing, but sometimes it could be the easiest thing that sparks your ideal. A lot of it, where does it come from? I know from, say personal experience, any other experiences that it comes from?
Most of it's been personal experience because I did a play called When Hell Is a Place Called Home. And that was because I lost my 2 dogs.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know
And the
that.
play was based on Hosea when he went to look for Gomar. I had two full-bred bull masters that I loved. And my nephew left the gate unlocked and they got out because it was the 4th of July from the firecrackers. And I didn't know they had gotten out. And I looked for days looking for those dogs. And I would even roll, because it was July, so of course it was hot, but I rolled down my windows hoping that maybe they could hear my voice if I'm calling out for them or even smell me. And the Lord said, "You, as much time you spend to look for them dogs, you need to try to win some souls." That's how that play came. And it was a good play. Where the hell is a place called home? Based on Gomar. And then, of course, the one we did, What in Hell Do You Want? That's the one you were in.
Right.
That came from, I had been fasting and praying. And that's what I try to do, is to fast and pray, to hear the word from God. Well, we were doing for my former pastor, he was having his anniversary. So we had the date of when we're going to do the play. But nothing came to my mind. And so I was like, I'm going to have to tell them drama ministry can't do a play because I don't have anything. And when he gave me that play, that was the fastest play I've ever written in my entire life. And that's the one that's the most requested to this day.
That process, that just the inspiration process, and that, ooh.
And that play came from, I was in the shower at Bally's when I used to work out. I need to go back to the gym, but when I used to work out, I was in and I'm not claustrophobia, but I had like an out of body experience. It felt like I was drowning and nobody knew I was in that shower.
Oh, wow.
And I just kept sweating and I kept sweating. I kept saying, I'm going to drown. Nobody hears me. And it felt like I was in that shower for an eternity, but I was only in there the normal time that it takes me to shower to get ready to go to work. So one of the cast members, Frank Perry, his mom at that time, she was living, and she used to work out with me. She would come later rather than I did, and we would see each other in the parking lot, but we worked out, I should say, at the same facility. So that particular day, she got out of her car and she was so hostile to me. She said, "What did God tell you to do?" And I'm looking at her like, "What you mean, what did God tell me to do?" Because the experience I had left me just that fast.
Wow.
So when we were in the parking lot, she said, "God told you to do something, you need to do it." So we sit there and we thought, and I said, "You know what? I think God wants me to write about hell." And she said, "Why?" And I told her what I felt in that experience. And the reason why I say that is because in order for the character Evan to feel what he had to feel, because he had to feel not being able to breathe. He had to feel not being able to, being smothered. He had to feel not being trapped. I had to feel that in order to put it on paper. And this was so unique because at that time I worked for AT&T and we couldn't have Bibles or reading materials on our desk, but I always had a Bible and management knew I had a Bible. That particular day when I got to work, my Bible fell and I opened it up and it opened to the verse that says, "Hell from beneath is excited about you, to meet you at your coming. It arouses the spirits of the departed to greet you, and they shall speak. Are you also become as weak?" That was my confirmation. That's what I need to write about.
Wow. Wow.
And I did that play so fast. It was like everything. It just flowed.
And this, I mean, some of the questions I got written down, you basically just
Which is X again. We family.
I mean,
we family.
And it's like, and it talks about, I do want to ask you, how do you approach writing scenes that are emotionally tense? Like you say, intense. Like you've had some stage play where they intense. It's almost like, hey, I'm finna curse you out. I'm finna slap the hell out you or do something. You know what I'm saying? But how do you?
Well, as a writer, you feel that. You feel what you put on paper. Because I can remember when before I was married, my children were young when I was writing. I would be in the room and I'd be just crying, and my son would people go, "Mama, you okay?" But that's that character crying. Right. I'm typing it with my eyes closed and I'm crying. Or I just bust out and start laughing because you become that character. You have to make that character have life. So you got to feel what you're putting on paper in order for the audience to feel it.
Wow. The process of before you get to opening night, right? What does the creative process look like for you from idea to opening night?
Oh, it's exciting. My daughter tells me I'm crazy. She says, Mama, why would you want to go through all this exact, because she sees it from that side. But for me, it's like, hey,
Wow.
it's exciting. It's exciting because problems do come. But you have to know this is what your call is. This is what you're supposed to do. And you're going to overcome it because you're going to have problems with your actors. You're going to have problems maybe with technical or with the venue. At the last minute, they'll hit you with something. But if this is what you're supposed to do, you get over it and keep going.
Now, do you write with specific actors or audience in mind, or does that evolve later?
I used to when I first started off, because at the time I knew my cast, so I knew what they were capable of doing. But now I don't. I write now, and because I've been blessed to meet different people in the industry. Not saying anything against my former cast, because that's who pushed me to be where I am. But as you grow, your writing should grow. And you have to find people that can grow with you and that can bring that what you put on paper to life. You can't just write it for a specific person. Sometimes you do have a specific person in mind, but you have to now write on what that character to make that character really stand out.
You have worked with a lot of people, a lot of named people, celebrity, and we all love you. And you've worked with Tony Grant, Tish Grant. You've worked with Clifton Powell. You've worked with I can't even think of his name. Miguel.
Sam.
Oh my God. I just giving them flowers. Giving them all flowers, man. They giving you your flowers, man. What's that feeling like?
It's neat, especially when they're sitting and eating at your kitchen table. It's really neat.
I know y'all chit chat, boy. I can only imagine what the conversations are like when y'all all get together or when y'all talk on the phone and stuff like that. Oh my God. You talking about the energy.
Well, we've developed a love for Trisha and Tony because they've been in so many of our productions that we've brother husband and we've adopted them as our godchildren now. And we've become so much family with them. When Tony received his doctorate right here in Dallas, he wanted us to come and because his parents, they were living at the time, but they couldn't come. So he wanted us to stand in for him. So that was an honor. And then, like I said, to have him eating at your kitchen table, because that Miguel Nunez, what big fool he is.
Man, I tell you.
He said that's backing at your kitchen table. It's really awesome.
That guy,
awesome.
We can go on for days talking about him. Man, I want to go back and talk about the stage play, Tested. And you told us a little bit about the story behind Tested, the title. Who are the main characters and what kind of tests do they face in the play?
Was loosely based on Job. So stage and film actor Andrew Flagg is playing Job. Cece Godbolt, who is also a multi-award winning actress and also gospel recording artist. She's won awards for both. She's playing Kendra, which is his wife. We have multi-award winning actress and gospel recording artist Lakia Johnson Stokes, who's playing one of the daughters. We have Leka Shea Harden. She's also an award-winning actress, and now she has her new single out for the first time. She's going to be one of the daughters. And Vanessa Anderson, and she's known throughout the DFW for local commercials. We have film and stage actor Kenneth Horn, and we also have comedian Darnell Big Husky. He and I, the first time we've shared the stage together, we're going to be doing a scene. And cool. I have a friend named Snoop Robinson. He wrote a book that says, do it your damn self. To all y'all out here listening, I do act. So since they won't put me in their play, I put my damn self in my play.
I was going to ask. That was my next question, though. Like,
they forget I do act.
They know now.
They know. They gonna see.
They gonna see it. Shoot. Man.
And this is because usually I can cry on a drop of a hat. I mean,
Mhm.
I go, oh, and I'm usually more of a serious actor, but this is gonna be my first time being comedy
Wow.
for me. Yeah.
That's what's up.
So Darnell and I are gonna share a scene along with a guy named Cedric Franklin, and
Okay.
we gonna do some stuff in that
I can only
scene.
imagine. I can't wait. I can't wait. And that is December the
December
21st,
the 21st.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. during the worship service. And normally we broadcast our service, stream it live, but it's not going to be streamed. So if you want to see it, you're going to have to come because I do have a copyright on the play.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
And I don't need folks stealing my play.
That is right. That is right.
So,
Which character do you personally relate to the most?
every play I have, I
And
usually
why?
have a favorite scene or favorite character. So we just began rehearsals.
Mhm.
And so they were asking me, it's funny you mentioned that in our last rehearsal, which one is my favorite scene. So I'm still waiting on that.
Still waiting on that?
I'm still waiting on that because they've been bringing it, but so far I'm still waiting. But I think probably right now my favorite one so far is going to be Lakia and Kenneth Horn.
Lakia and Kenneth Horn.
Lakia, because she plays one of Job's daughter, and she's the worship. She's the one that keeps Job together.
Okay.
She's like really the voice of God, since God is not visible,
I guess
but she's like the voice of God.
that's cool. In Tested, how do you hope audiences will see themselves reflected in these characters?
I want them to see themselves as that, for instance, Job, we go through testing and we go through trials, but you can't overcome it if you stick it out, stick to faith, and knows who you belong to and know who has your back. I want them to see his sons, because his sons have his back. When they come against Job, they're ready to stand 10 toes down to battle for their father. I think they're going to see Cece, because a lot of times people always want to make Miss Job the bully because she told him to curse God and die.
Right.
But I want them to see it from her point. Maybe she wanted him to curse God because she was tired of seeing him suffer for no reason. And it's not that she was so bitter or angry at God, but I just can't, because I love you, stand to see you keep going through this.
Wow. This brings me to this question here. And you just pretty much answered, but I want you to look right into that camera right there. And they said, what message do you want people to walk away with after seeing Tested when they do it?
I want you to walk away with that God takes away, but he also restores. You may lose something that you think that you cannot live without, but if you trust him, as they always say, trust the process, you're going to gain something even more valuable and more worth more than you had before. Because it also says that when Job prayed for his enemies, God gave him a double portion.
That's what's up, man. Tested, December 21st, 10 a.m. It's the morning worship service right there at Great Commission Baptist Church in Fort Worth, Texas. Got a couple more questions. I ain't quite through with you yet.
Okay.
But I know I don't have a whole lot of your time, and I'm glad and thankful you allowed me to have some of your time this evening, on this beautiful Sunday evening after church. I'm pretty sure you ate and cooked and ate, and Brother Hubman, all right, and ate. Legacy and impact. Gospel theater carries a unique blend of ministry and entertainment. What does it mean to you to minister through art?
I'm not a preacher, but we're all preachers of the gospel. And for me, I've heard people that say that from being at my plays, they saw the Bible a different way, or they didn't even know like we did the play Rahab. Some people had never even heard of Rahab. So that's a good feeling that you've exposed someone to something that they never had or experienced before or never even heard of, to make that curiosity spark, to make them want to read the Bible more.
That's good. Like you said, you've worked with a lot of different people. What advice would you give the young writers and producers who feel called to tell faith-based stories, or whatever it may be as for stage plays, but don't know where to start?
Start first with your pen and paper. Write down your ideas because you never know when you're going to need them. For instance, that same play, What in Hell Do You Want? I had written down a phrase that says, you don't have to go. And I always, whenever something comes to my mind, I write it down and I date it. And I keep notes because you may go back to that and you can put it somewhere else. But write down your ideas, write down your thoughts, and don't be afraid. That's the main thing. Just don't be afraid. Prepare yourself. Study your craft. Don't just get up there, but study your craft. Learn everything you can about it if this is what you want to do. Learn the business inside and out, from the financial to the technical, to the acting, to the contracts. Learn all of it because you're going to need to know all of it. And you may not be the person who signs everything, but you need to know what's being signed. You may not be the person who writes all the checks, but you need to know where your money's going.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
learn the business.
Learn the business. Now, I know you're always busy. I know you're always working. We got tested coming up. But looking ahead after tested, what's next for you after tested?
After tested is going to be my first film.
First film.
I've already written the first film, and now I'm going to start pitching it to see if I can get someone to take it.
Wow.
So it's already written. I completed. I went to the Dallas institution so that way I could learn how to do screenwriting, because playwriting and screenwriting are two different things. So I'm excited about that. My new future. That's for me tapping into a new world that I'm not familiar with, because stage plans, God has blessed me. I got that hands down. But you're never too old to learn, and you're never too old to grow. So now I'm fixing to tap into films.
That is amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. Just a pioneer not only here in the DFW Metroplex, but just nationally, for the body of works and what you've done. How many people, you're always giving people opportunities, always giving people a chance, especially up and coming writers, producers, and stuff. You work with people. I can go on and on, from the accolades to the awards to all the above. You know, I'm not only just because you're married to my cousin, but I've always just loved and respect what you've done and what you continue to do, and that's bless people through your testimonies. And yeah, that's me, Sharwick. You can't see me behind the scenes. I'm Sharwick. I'm talking. So I'm getting a little emotional because I love this lady right here with all my heart, and she gave me an opportunity to get on stage, and I was so shy, and she brought it out of me. I don't know. I think I messed up. I did mess up, but I was like, if she had a paddle, I know I'd got hit with that paddle. But the years, and I'm just gonna continue to. I'm gonna ride it with you. I'm gonna be here. Anything that's needed on my end to be a part of it, I want to let you know that, hey, I'm here.
And I appreciate you, because when we did Rahab, we use live Wix for our rehearsals.
Yeah.
And we ate plenty good food too.
so did. Hey, sometimes I sit back, hey, y'all want to do some more rehearsals? I want to just cook.
Yep,
cook.
this was our rehearsal spot.
Man,
we definitely appreciate, because you were a lifesaver for us. Definitely appreciate you, cousin.
Awesome. Anything else you want to tell the people? I didn't want to take up much of the time. I know it's so much more that we could talk about, and you can't squeeze. You're trying to squeeze 25, 30 minutes out of, it's just difficult to squeeze.
I just like to first give a big shout out to the pastor of Great Commission Baptist Church, Dr. Douglas E. Brown, for this opportunity, for him trusting me to not do his sermon, but to let our play be the sermon. So I want to say thank you, first of all, and thank you to the Great Commission Fine Arts Ministry, because some of them will be actors that will be participating. And then XL Amos, who is my minister of music he's been my band director ever since I've been professionally on my own. He will be directing the music, and we will be backed up by the Voices of Praise Mass Choir, which my husband is the president. So I want to thank them in advance because I know they're going to do a good job. And Reverend Carter, because this play, I forgot to tell you too, Shari, this play is going to have a lot of technical stuff. And we're trusting everything's going to go right. But you're going to see a lot of lights and stuff in different places because they're going to represent God and Satan. Wow. The lights will. Wow. And curtains are going to be moving that shouldn't be moving. That's why you know Satan is present. Yeah. Every time something wrong, maybe a cup or something may fall. So it's going to be technical. Oh, wow. A lot of technical in it. Nice. So I'm thinking them in advance. Y'all better do a good job. Because you know how I do with them glasses and look at you.
Definitely, man. So that's pretty dope, man. I look forward to being there that morning too, and being a part of that. And
it's free.
Yeah.
Dr. Douglas has made it. He's not charging any tickets. The play is going to be free. So just come on and pack that church out.
So point your finger to him and tell him, hey,
come on and pack the church out. Well, you know, the last time that we did, will be my fourth time that he's let the play be the sermon. And that church seats over 2,500 people. We had to actually put chairs in the aisles.
Oh, wow.
So y'all need to be there at 9:30. The play will start a little bit after 10 because they're going to do praise and worship service. And right after that, we go right into it. It will not be broadcast because of the copyright. Mm-hmm. So y'all need to get there. It will be Sunday, December the 21st at 10 a.m. Great Commission Baptist Church, 7700 McCart Avenue, Fort Worth, Texas, where Dr. Douglas E. Brown is our pastor.
Also, if they want to follow you, I know you got your social media, you out there, you advertise a lot on social media. Mm-hmm. How can people follow you?
They can follow me. All my handles are the same, Evelyn Jones Reed. And that's my website. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any social media. I kept it simple. Evelyn Jones Reed.
And there you have it, people, man. It's been an honor and a privilege to sit down with a phenomenal woman, a woman of God, a woman who loves family, all the above. And she allowed me, Shari. I know y'all can't see me, y'all looking for me, but I'm here.
He's here.
I'm here. And I'm just super, super, super thankful and grateful that you guys you get the opportunity to tune in to hear Miss Reed speak, talk about what's happening and what's going on with it. So thank you guys for tuning in. We look forward. Make sure, December 21st, you know what it be at 10 a.m. in the morning, Great Commission Baptist Church there in Fort Worth. All right. And we're signing out. We'll talk to you soon.
God is good, and all the time God is good. You are who you are. Yesterday for you.